Montreal played without fans last night against Philadelphia, and I know tomorrow's game versus Boston is being postponed. And I think out of pure caution, right? And remember that in Canada, our view on how we're handling the pandemic is vastly different from the States. Be that as good or as bad as you think that is, I'm not even going to offer an opinion. But what I will say is that
I don't know if people know where we stand.
I think get a vaccine is where we stand. But I think the whole thing is now I'm going to be curious to see how other jurisdictions handle this. I got to tell you guys a story. So I get home yesterday and Natalie, my girlfriend's, you know when you get home and your partner's vibe's off?
Yes.
You know the vibe, right?
Do you have a difficult time extracting that information from her?
No, she's really good about it.
Oh,
really good about it. We both are in serious therapy.
Is that great? Is that fun?
I've been in serious therapy for a long, long time. She's been in serious therapy. Not serious like, whoa, but it's serious as in like you take it seriously, right? So communication actually in this relationship is really great. But
see, my new one is, do you want to do this now or later?
Do you need a minute, right? You need a minute.
She's Scottish. She needs a minute.
But Jesse, you know that, right? You know that feeling. Your partner's
I'm waiting for the story.
So the story. So I walk upstairs.
What if I cut him off?
And because I'm an
first show, like.
I want to know what happened. Adam has walked in the door of his house 8 times now.
Okay, what's her name? Natalie, is it?
Adam's in the front door, and we haven't gotten past the front door.
So you walk in, you go, something's off here. Something's not right.
Right.
And you can tell in the tone of someone's voice.
Uh-oh.
And you go, and so because I'm an anxious boy, anxious boy goes, how do I make this about me? That's what an anxious. So you instantly go, did I do something? And as my therapist likes to say, Adam, not fucking everything is about you. And he says it. He swears at me like that.
Oh.
And I need to hear that. I need the hockey coach.
Mine doesn't.
No, I need it. I need it. He's like, I want to be loud and clear about this. It's not always your fault. And so I instantly go to, did I do something? Now I'm going to give you an aside story here. We've discovered her cat, Teddy, who's like this beautiful white cat. Got a few bites on him, and we think that the dogs may have brought home some fleas from the beach. I live next to the beach. So I got the flea collars and the whole thing, whatever. And, Teddy had to go to the vet. We had to make sure it was fleas. We don't know if it was fleas. The vet doesn't know if it was fleas. I'm like, you went to school for 14 years for this? Come on. What do flea bites look like? Anyway, so she's stressed about that. And then I say, I don't feel like this is the whole story, though. And that's when she swivels her chair away from her legal work and looks at me. And the tears come. Like, here comes the rain again. And I go, honey, what's going on? And she said, I'm going to show you something, and I'm really upset. So she shows me a 3D rendering of an arena. And I realize that and she tells me this, I'm realizing that this is Scotiabank Arena, and it's a 3D rendering of Scotiabank Arena. And I'm kind of looking at her a little bit lost. And then I realize what's going on here. So she and I were going to go to the Penguins game on the 29th.
Oh,
and
fiddlesticks.
Or is it 27th? 29th. And she had this whole thing planned out with New Jerseys and like doing dinner at Real Sports. She had the thing booked. And in Ontario, because of the Omicron variant, even though the ICUs are not exploding with people at the moment, we're out of an abundance of caution. The government said half capacity, which means everybody that's not a season ticket holder had their tickets canceled. And she had worked on this, saved up, been ready for months, and was so excited. She's like, I haven't seen a Leaf game in person since before Everly was born. So, yeah. So my daughter's 2.5. I haven't seen a game since.
Was it that shitty Tampa game that they lost?
Yeah.
We all went to?
Yeah. That was the last game I went to.
That was the last one?
7-4.
Oh, that sucks.
I'll never forget. And so anyway, long story short, she's like, I know you haven't been in a long time, and I just feel so terrible. And she's like, and then I was logging on, and I couldn't buy more tickets or whatever. And it's because if you try to buy a ticket now, if you bought Raptors tickets, Leafs tickets, OHL's affected by this. All of them are half capacity. Obviously, Senators as well. Everybody's at half capacity now. And at the end of the day, the Christmas present aside, which I thought was really thoughtful, and I'm not bothered by it, like, whatever, we'll go to a Leaf game eventually. It'll happen. But all of that aside, I feel like over the holidays, it's a chance for everybody to kind of reset from this. Obviously, the cases are on the climb everywhere in the entire world right now. It's big. Is there, and everybody's suggesting this, is there any merit to pausing the season? And my instant reaction is no.
First of all, what's more adorable than new love? Natalie doesn't understand something about you that I've known for years.
Which is
you don't give a shit about gifts.
It's not my love language.
It's
not my love language.
You don't care. Thank you for and you'll huck it over your shoulder.
I'm going to forget it in
before
my
you take
office.
it out of the bag.
Adam, how many gifts do you have in your office at work right now?
So many gifts.
People in the office give Adam gifts, and they remain in his office for, I don't know, years?
He'll bat it off the table like a cat.
I love
giving. He doesn't care.
But I have what I need.
Yes.
So I'm very, very Spartan that way. Like I'm actually really excited because we have the SDPN clothing. I'm like, why would I buy any other adult clothing?
Oh, I thought it was because you'll kick the gifts down a giant hole, never to be seen again, Leonidas.
Yeah, someone got me something stupid. It's a gift.
This is
I don't
useless. Need it. And he kicks it down the hole to never be seen again. Your question about pausing the NHL season. Okay, so I was thinking about this on the way here because, again, big fan of caution.
By the way, Nick Cousins said they should. Came right out.
Saw that on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
First player that I know who said that.
At least publicly.
I like caution, but I also like trying. And I feel like trying, at least with continuing the NHL season, is the right thing to do. What I was thinking about, however, is the integrity of these games is being affected.
Sure. Or are you dealing with, to that point, and Jesse, I think I know where you're going with this. Is it you're playing with the circumstances you're given by life?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like... Okay.
The integrity's being affected because they're like the salary cap guys. That's an issue for me.
That is an issue, but also, why does it feel like it's almost exclusively the star players getting affected by this? Yeah. Like the Avalanche with Cale Makar and with Darcy Kemper. You might be like, Darcy Kemper's a star player. No, but he is the starting goaltender, which is slightly important. And then they gave the Avalanche the option of playing anyway, and like not just missing those players, but shorthanded.
Yeah,
they played down 2 guys, and then Anthony Duclair talks about the Florida Panthers were not afforded the same opportunity to
well, it's evolving.
Refuse to
it's
play.
Evolving.
Those
it's
are
evolving.
the circumstances of the world and of the season.
Yeah, we're changing on the fly here. Come on, Anthony.
Last season, there was taxi squads. That was the circumstance. When we were in the bubble, that was the circumstance. You know, it's just that's how it's an evolving.
So
that's like being like, well, the star player's injured. We can't play the game.
So the other question I asked myself is, could we possibly do this better?
Oh,
and I don't know if I have an answer for that because, what do you tell everyone go home?
The one thing I would say is if you do tell everyone to go home, you know what they're going to do? People are going to go and fuck off and get together with people anyway, especially in America where there's no limitations. Like you can tell me, oh, well, New York reinstituted its mask ban. Or not mask ban. They brought the mask back.
That's Florida.
Yeah, mandate. Excuse me.
Yeah.
In Florida, it's like you can't mask up anywhere. But in New York, yeah, you got to wear your mask in store. Man, that never went away up here. We've always worn the masks.
Right.
And so my thinking is, and Arash Madani made this point. I think I brought it up in the last show, but I want to highlight this again. Just because they're not playing the games doesn't mean they're not getting exposed to COVID. And in fact, it makes more sense to keep people to restrict access to things that they can do and keep them playing. I get not having people in the arena. I get that.
They're probably safer on the ice.
Probably safer if they're in the bubble environment.
When somebody is your employee and under your care, I'm sure you have a lot more control of Austin Matthews when he's on the team playing games than when he's at home.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like if you just give these people who have never had a minute off in their life, think of what it takes to get to the NHL, and all of a sudden you're gonna be like, do whatever the fuck you want. We're pausing.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see more COVID cases.
Especially in the States where they're not pausing anything and everything is just full force still. Like, pausing the season, it doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Yeah.
As a solution to solving whatever they're trying to solve, just the competitive balance or just getting the season done, pausing it in the middle, it doesn't seem like a smart solution.